Starting off the 27-28 season with Sunday Night Football at Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers, who the last four matches we've only won one game, and that was last at the end of last year when it really mattered to win the division and get to the playoffs. Before we get started, I'm going to talk about how we got here in the off season, our moves, the draft class coming up, their injury report, depth charts. So, Um, if you watch the draft, or anything about what I do here, basically I just um, run a mod, and with that mod comes the lack of XP and sliders and focus training. And there's two opportunities for players to progress: the end of the season and the beginning of the season. At the end of the season, they can regress and it's all based on stats. At the end of the season, the beginning of the season, it's all based on potential and some other factors that I am not currently in the know-how of. So, excuse me, I had to cough. So, basically, I have to do that. I wanted to. It's hard to do it live because it's one of those situations where I have all this like other crap to deal with, and within the off season, and changing players' numbers, and I went through and changed their faces and positions and all that stuff. So, I just try to do a rundown before the first game, and then so I took a snippet of how our players did. I'll bring it over here. So, Jaden Hicks, I was hoping a free safety would progress. Jaden Hicks progressed by 13, the most on our team. Our rookie defensive tackle, nose tackle, by 9. Lathan Ransom again progressed by 7, even though he didn't have a great season last year, but he didn't regress or progress at the end of the year. Price cornerback. I was hoping one of my young guys would progress. He did. Rookie middle linebacker progressed. And then you kind of go down the list here. Strong safety Nate Ritchie, who I'm going to play at free safety. I'm actually going to start him above Jaden Hicks. Although Jaden Hicks regressed, I have a plan. I'm going to play rookies and see how they do. And if they're annoying me, I'll bench them for the better veteran. I haven't done that the past two seasons, and I think we may have missed some opportunities there to see some better play. But I would not be surprised if I bench some rookies for the veterans. Free safety is going to be one of them. I mean, he progressed a lot. But anyhow, I guess I can go down the list here. I'm good to see Nomura progress. I want to keep him on the team, so he's still on it. Wallace progressed, which is nice. Riley Moss, our big name free agent corner, progressed. He won't be starting though. A seventh round pick, I was a party left tackle, pass protector. He progressed, but he's currently on the practice squad. And Nick Scorton, but that's good. That's good news, um, because other guys, like Josiah Thompson here, he progressed, so he's the starting left tackle. But I'll go through that. Arch Manning progressed 2, and let's see, anyone else stand here? Bryce Young 1. But anyhow, all right. So that's our progression. I'll just show you the leagues real quick to give you an idea. Take a snip of the leagues. You have so basically Jaden Hicks progressed the most out of the entire league. You have a couple other players here, like this guy Kyle Manangai. He's a free agent, and he progressed 10 points. Power back. I didn't even really think about it, but um, probably should have signed him. But no, why would we? Because we got a trade. We traded during the draft for a player that is fan favorite. Hopefully, we'll want to see. But the list goes on and on. I just took the first page, a snippet of it. Give you give an idea. Anyway, so that's why I try to throw darts, and it's kind of worked out so far. It didn't really last year, but it did this year. So hopefully it works out well. Let me go ahead and minimize those. All right. And basically, I guess I could bring this over. It's by using this progression tool here. You run it one time per season, and using preseason week 1. So that it basically just runs the numbers, and I don't know if it's random, but it does take like potential and just supposedly different algorithms. All right. I hired the scouts. I assigned them. Let's go look at the draft class. So this is what's going to be coming up the next draft. Not that we need to worry about it right now, but you have a three top five quarterbacks. Just saying. Um, but we had a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. The NFC South is now the rookie division for quarterbacks other than Baker. But basically you got these are the names. You got Lenore Sellers in this draft. So that's what I haven't even really looked at it other than the names, but that's what's going to be coming up next year in the draft. I guess we could talk about our roster and then go over the injury reports. So we'll do depth chart. I'm going to start Arch Manning. He was our number 4 overall pick, thanks to the Steelers trading up in the prior year. If he starts to stumble or whatnot, I'm going to put Bryce Young in. And he is on the trading block. I did not receive any offers yet. I will maybe trading him by the trade deadline. But we'll see how Arch does. When I had him in for a visit, he looked good. Bryce was hot and cold all the last 2 years. Enough to get us to the playoffs a couple times, but sometimes I had to bench him. All right, Taylor's our starter. Scatterbo is gonna be our backup, and third down back. I want to see him get touches. Tony Livingston is our H-back fullback. He's a rookie we drafted. I put Outs on the practice squad. He was the guy who did it last year, and then he already got signed by someone else. All right, wide receiver. We're gonna have McMillan, Leggett, and Harbor, the top 3. I know Coker is And no, I didn't. It wasn't a pun. It was just honest mistake. Um, I want to see what Harbor can do. He's got insane speed, insane size. Um, if he drops some balls, I'll put Coker in. And then this is pretty much my wide receiver room. Everyone else either went on the practice squad or I don't think I had any big name cuts. No big name cuts. Tight end Sanders with the rookie backing him up. Again, I probably see if I. This is where I'm gonna have an exception where I'm not gonna start the rookie. I'm gonna go ahead and start Sanders. If he drops a couple balls, I'll put Riley Williams in. Mitch Evans is third string now. Sad that he hasn't progressed. Rookie Josiah Thompson starting left tackle. I'm gonna start him over Brady Christensen, and actually he progressed enough to where he's rated higher than him. But still, I will along almost the entire team. I will bench a rookie to start the veteran, and I'm leaning more towards veterans, except for in the case of Jatavian Sanders, who's been a top performing tight end in the league. Tanoma made the roster. He's a star dev. I went and looked, and basically the rest of them got put on the practice squad. I can actually go over the practice squad too. But so we're gonna start Icky at left guard, who really knocked it out of the park. I'm putting Tanona in as kind of like the first backup across the board to see if I can't get him reps, because even if Josiah Thompson works out, I want to develop a guy to replace Moten when he retires. It could be even this year, at the end of this year. I don't know. Okofisi is going to start ahead of Mays. He's a scheme fit and a star dev. So if he pisses me off, he'll be benched. Robert Hunt's going to stay at right guard, and Moten at right tackle. Derek Brown left end, right end Benton for the 3-4. When we get to the rush, it'll be Derek Brown and like basically nickel packages. Derek Brown and Keon White. I have him ahead of Wharton. Uh, Rookie started. He progressed a lot. I'm glad because I was hoping one of these two would, and the rookie did. And I think he's a hidden dev. I haven't looked. Um, yeah, but I'm hoping to see some good things at nose tackle now. Hopefully, plug more run plays. Scorton's still an X factor. Wanham's going to back him up. I have Kennard Snyder basically backing up, you know, outside linebackers, third string. I'm going to start Gabe Powers, the rookie, alongside Wallace. I did make a big cut here. The guy I just re-signed last season, Edmonds. It was between him and Anderson, and I kept Anderson. I figured this guy has some good coverage ability that Edmonds beat over Anderson. So if this guy struggles in the run against the run, I'll put Anderson in, who I think is pretty good against the run. Just doesn't really show up in pass defense. Snyder's backing them up. Uman Mielen and Mike Green. He was a free agent signing. Ravens let him go. I picked him up. So he'll back up Uman Mielen on the edge. Horns are number one, but because a lot of number one receivers for some reason line up against our number two, I'm always going to have a number two. Price stock, he was probably honestly he was going to start anyways, or one of these young guys was. I'm just glad that he progressed. So he's a star dev. Deontay Banks is not a scheme fit, but he's been doing, I think, pretty darn well, considering he's not a starter. And then we have the two young guys here, fourth and fifth. Big cuts here was McCullough, my big signing last offseason, a year ago. I had to cut down from the 53, and I chose him. We do have Riley Moss here that can come in if these young guys piss me off. But right now, that's who I have. I'm going to start Nate Ritchie over Jaden Hicks, who did progress a lot. I just want to see how he plays. It's not permanent. So we'll see how it goes. He is a hidden dev. Jaden Hicks is not. I get that he just progressed a lot, but I want to try and I lean towards the rookie on this one. Latham Ransom's going to stay there. Namur is going to be our big nickel, and if he makes a mistake, I'll put in Hicks. Fitzgerald's our kicker, and then Ryan Eckley is just like the prototype punter right now. So Brett Thorson is on the practice squad. And kick return, I have Brown and Harbor. Punt return, Brown and Harbor. Let's see here. Rush left, Dan's gonna basically they switch sides. I like to have them switch sides. So it's basically the outside lineman, but just switching sides. Here's the rush defensive tackle position. If I'm not getting pressure with Keon White, then I'll probably change it the next game. Maybe not during game, but we'll see. And then practice squad. Was able to re-sign Kobe Hudson to the practice squad. Isaiah Bond. There's Ezopardi. I'm hoping he doesn't get picked up. He made it through week one. So that's good. This guy must have just got assigned to us. I haven't looked at his crown over. Practice squad. I kept Wylock over him. I think his name's Wylock. Wyclough. Murdoch was actually someone who I was considering the 7th round, just because of athleticism, but he actually was in free agent pool, so I signed him to sign to the practice squad, and then these two guys I saw in the free agent pool signed him so I could specifically move him to the practice squad. This guy re-signed to the practice squad. Jalen Reed re-signed to the practice squad, and then there's Brett Thorson. Okay. Let's go over the injury reports. I think I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Kind of give a rundown of the offseason, catch up. We don't have anyone injured. And Buccaneers have, okay, Godwin's out. Wow. He's missed a lot of time, I think. let's go take a look at their depth chart, and then we'll do a quick NFC South look at quarterback. I guess we'll do that real quick. Saints drafted Nico. They'll be starting Nico. Falcons let go of Michael Penix after he regressed to like the mid to high 60s. I think it was mid 60. And then they knew they had the second overall pick, so they took who they felt was the best quarterback in the draft, Dylan Raiola. He must have progressed a little bit. So yeah, we're all three of us are starting rookies, and then we have the Buccaneers. Who? Going with Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, and Savion Red. Damn. I don't know if he progressed a lot. I don't know where he was, but that's a pretty good backup. Mike Evans hasn't retired yet. Godwin's out. McMillan, Egbuka. Tight end always seems to pick us apart, no matter who's playing tight end. Wirfs, great left tackle. This guy's potential to be our bitch, but he looks like he's going to be the bigger one. And then a good right tackle. This is their rookie left end who I was hoping to fall to me. He was actually projected to be a second round pick. I was hoping he'd fall to me late in the first round. That's how we ended up with Nick Carver, because this guy was gone. Can't see. All right. Okay. Diaby. Ooh, their corners aren't that great. I see they're doing something similar as I am. Their better corners at number 2. Winfield's a great free safety, and James is a good one. Kicker, they have a rookie kicker. Ooh, 95-94. I think that's better than our guy. Let's go take a look. Yeah. Oh well. I'm good with Ryan Fitzgerald, man. I kind of committed. Okay. I think we're ready to go. See, Ryan Oust already got signed, so having the rest not get signed the first week is a good sign that they might be able to stick around a little bit. Yeah. If I can, the main one was that as a party kid, I want to, I need darts to throw at progression at tackle, offensive line. And it's hard to find a pass protector. All right, let's get this game going. Sunday Night Football at the Bucs. Rematch of Week 18. They're probably bitter that we kicked them out of the playoffs and we got the division. Unfortunately, I tried to damn it. I tried to basically have a default. But it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I need to figure out why. Should we go all white? Let's go black socks. And black boots. Shoes, whatever, cleats. Got our... Alright, we ready. Let's see how Arch does, man. Hopefully this doesn't get infuriating.
It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Buccaneers on Sunday night primetime. We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in to kick off a new year. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, you lived this as a player. It's so exciting for us as fans, but now after that long off season to get your body ready and your team ready and your game ready, finally show everybody what it's all about. Week 1 of the season has arrived.
Yeah, and at this stage in the process, Mike, you're exactly right. All you want is for this ball to be kicked off. You're tired of practicing. You're tired of the off-season workouts. You're tired of the preparation for what feels...
I'm tired of you talking. Unfortunately, I have a timer. Let's roll. Let's get it.
It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be let out by the former Texas Longhorn, now their rookie quarterback.
This is the moment, Mike. He's been working towards this day ever since hearing his name called on draft night, and he's put the work in over the last few months. This franchise clearly feels that he's ready to go. But what did he say to us the other day, Mike? He said, I kind of have to admit, it's going to be surreal walking out on that field to take my first snap as a starting NFL quarterback. And I think once he settles in and gets rid of any early nerves, he's confident that he'll show everybody that he belongs.
Ooh.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Manning.
Oh, damn. He's going
up
deep.
top.
Who is it?
That is incomplete. Well read that
was a
time
long
defensively,
freaking throw.
making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. On now is the punt team for the
That was
Panthers.
like 75 yards.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018.
I need T-Mac to fucking
Greg,
go
it
up and
is
get
Baker
those.
Mayfield at quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Oh, I forgot to mention,
So
I
it'll be
did
first
trade
and
Damian
10. They'll
Lewis.
scrimmage at the 33.
It's the only one I had an offer for.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky
Cut
Irving.
Trayvon Merritt.
And he'll get about 5.
Cut Bobby Brown to third. Yeah, totally forgot to mention that.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Mayfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down
Let me
complete.
just see something real quick. I wonder if I did the depth chart right for offense. Yeah, I want to see him more often.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The tight end going in motion to the left. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. They'll go again here with Irving. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Gabe Powers get put on
How
his ass.
often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is into the hands of McMillan. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down is Mayfield. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield.
Yeah.
That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out.
There you go.
Throw right side is
Get upfield, Nomura. Nice.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Panthers offense ready to get going with their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get to about the 15, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 9. Manning. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing now, Manning. Now he'll air one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter.
Oh, he's got a boot.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
I ain't gonna be too trigger happy to bench him. I'm just saying.
Second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They motion the slot man left. On 2nd down, Baker. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Again, this is Irving, and he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession.
Downs.
They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Here's Manning. He's got his man. That's Legette. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the play fake, here's Manning.
Ooh, there we go. There we go, Ted.
It's caught.
Nice.
And he'll be taken
That's
down,
what I've
but
been
they
wanting to
are
see.
in business
Go up and get it.
inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay. Oh, Cam Scatterbo's in.
The motion man is Sanders.
Traded Chuba Hubbard for him.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player.
Man.
Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. Williams, the tight end, is in motion.
What a hole.
And the Panthers are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. To throw, it's Manning.
First touchdown, baby.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Carolina.
I'd still rather see that more in front of him, though.
Now, the extra point.
Poor Bryce, man. He's got to be the holder.
The kick.
Don't worry. If I trade him, I'll make sure he goes to
the
the
Panthers
team
have
that
their
needs him.
first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season.
Well, we're also going to see how much he wants.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
I traded Damian Lewis to the Rams.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4.
Needed offensive line help.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
White kid quarterback out of Alabama that
they're going to take over once more.
A while back.
They trail here by
Mac
a touchdown
Jones starting
as this
for them.
drive will start
so the Rams
with
could
a first
be somewhere. So that could really use Bryce's
man in motion,
talents.
heading left. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Yeah, we don't usually get a lot of sacks.
So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Irving. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4. but it still leaves 3rd and short. Motion man sent right. Throwing is Baker. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Mayfield to throw. This one caught left side by Evans. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Baker to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He just gets rid of it so
quickly to the outside and complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They send Evans in motion. Mayfield.
Get him. There you go.
Under pressure,
Sporting
and he'll
start
go
off
down.
the year good.
They got him.
The offense
Pretty
goes
much
from
have to go
feeling really
unblocked
good
to
about
get a
the
hit on
previous play
Baker.
with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Get him.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Break a long one.
The motion man is Sanders. They go right back to Taylor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. To the air is Manning.
Get rid of it, man. Damn it.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
And he's going to have a Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Irving. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Come on, Manning. He's supposed to be the chosen one.
Looking to throw is Manning. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Manning. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Back to throw is Manning. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll try to run for it.
Oh, come on, dude. You just slide,
He'll get
bro.
a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Throwing now, Manning. He's going to take a shot.
Oh,
down
my
the
goodness.
field.
Wow.
And he's in.
Okay. I see you.
Touchdown, Panthers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Buccaneers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, that should have been a pick,
Too
man.
strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Well,
They'll try again here. 2nd
I ain't gonna
and
down
10.
you for that, but he did miss a tackle earlier.
Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's 37, I forget. Is that Price Hawk? I think it's Price Hawk.
They'll run with Irving. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line.
Okay. Took a
The
timeout.
Panthers will take their first timeout
another 2-minute drill
as they'll
going
discuss
here.
what's to come as 4th down is looming. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
That's the end of the first half with the score Panthers 14.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it's
and the
definitely
Bears
a
of
game
Mendoza.
with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line.
Okay.
The Bears get out to a hot start as they get the road victory in their opener. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills.
They beat the Colts. Okay.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At their 49-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They go play action with Mayfield.
Nice.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll motion a tight end right. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Oh, okay, duh, it's Sporting. It looked like a corner out there.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Right back to Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Setting that edge.
On 2nd down, Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving.
Oh, come on, Richie.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Irving. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll run it. It's Irving. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
Are you serious?
Picked
Awesome.
off by the linebacker, Trevor
Awesome.
Wallace.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a
Our
spot,
home today.
get his hands on the ball, and a
Keep him
chance
out
at
of
that
that
pick.
home.
Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
And if Cam's out for a while, I'm going to sign me another thumper. I'm going to find someone.
Slot man in motion right. Right away, they'll try a jet
Oh,
sweep.
I like fucking.
He'll gain 3
taking
out of this, up to the
end
23.
arounds. Or Harvard.
They face 2nd down
Gamecocks.
and 7. The motion man is Sanders. On the play fake, here's Manning. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw, it's Manning. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has the decision to make.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On first down is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Receiver in motion, going right. The second down throw from Mayfield. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Jalen McMillan.
Fucking
What
stone
he was looking
hands
for
over there.
And now it's fourth down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders
Nice move, rookie.
got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
First down.
Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The motion man is Sanders. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45. To the air is Manning. That one complete to Leggett. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. Manning. He's going to have the first down and then some. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nick Harbor, first catch.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. A carry now for Brooks. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Still third down.
The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is third down and 10. Here's Manning. A throw left side caught by Sanders. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On third down, it's Manning. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Caleb. Now a loose football. The Bucs have it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points.
Taylor.
Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Bucs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Now he'll run it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. A run with Taylor. The yards are hard to come by there. We'll work it down to the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Taylor. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
Offside. Defense. Still 2nd down.
Now it's Taylor. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Carolina.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll go once more with Brooks. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And the Panthers
Don't
are
fumble
going to
it,
have a
Taylor.
1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Makes the score Panthers 41, Buccaneers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? That's to the left side, caught by McMillan. And he's gonna get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. To throw is Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense.
Damn, Horn.
Get off
Am I
the
supposed to
field.
fucking bench you?
That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. To throw is Mayfield. And he can't get away. Down he goes.
Oh,
back
Mike
to
Green
16.
almost had the solo sack there.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal.
We're getting after him now.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to go down.
Scoring
The pressure once
3
again
sacks
too
today,
much.
man. That was.
And that should
He just
wrap
went
this
beast
one
mode
up.
on that one.
You find yourself down big.
Look at
It's
this.
the 4th quarter. There's really
Fuck your
no
fucking
choice
skull
but
cap.
to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance
I definitely
from
like
the
the commitment
quarterback
to the
position.
run. I just feel like they ran it a
Instrumental
little
in
bit
leading and
more than I would
executing,
have liked,
and now
especially
trying to
with the rookie
finish strong
quarterback.
and take his team to the
Wanted to see
finish
him
line.
sling it some more.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
21-3. Should have been more. They kind of just played solid. Just we're gonna beat you football. Nothing too flashy. I like it. I'm pleased.
So this one a win for the visiting Panthers.
The Bucks what?
They
got
move to
one
1-0
sack.
as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson.
we had a
and
couple
our entire
mishaps,
team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL
man, look
on
good.
EA Sports. For more,
Well,
log on to EASports.com.
They did turn it over twice in the red zone.
With that, we say good night from Tampa.
All right, 80% completion percentage. That's why we drafted him. Yeah, I mean, would have liked to have seen more yards. Still want to see more yards, but you can't call that a bad game by any stretch. All right, 266 total yards to their 289. 151 yards passing to their 220, and we got 115 yards rushing to their 69. Manning with 133.1 QBR. He did throw it deep, so if we had receivers that could bring him down, it'd be nice. There's Taylor with the fumble. Made up for it with a TD. Jonathan Brooks looked pretty good too. I would have liked to have seen more Scatabo, but he's injured. I don't know for how long. Sanders again. 9 receptions, man. That seems to be like kind of the norm with him. Next guy is the get, and then yeah, I mean Harbor got 1 catch. Look at Icky, man. Moved to left guard, did him well. 4 pancakes. Mo Kofisi with 3 pancakes. Robert Hunt with 2. Josiah Thompson with 2. No sacks given up. Okay, so the 1 sack wasn't really attributed to anyone. That's good. We'll have to look at that replay. Orfs gave up 2. Yeah, the tackles. Man, I'm surprised the guards didn't do it. Give up big. Nick Scorton. Mike Green with half a sack. Scorton with 3. Benton with 1. Oh, I think that was just a blitz off the edge. That's what that was. So that's on the quarterback, actually. Huh. Two-yard touchdown. Sure, let's watch it. Why not? Kofisi wearing number 59 at center. Oh, okay, I remember that one. Yeah, I mean, the get takes out the corner. Nice. Pass to Tet for 39 yards. Look at the rookie, number 75, the left tackle, with the presence of mind to say, all right, I need to get back. Can't go any further. And then, yeah, that was just basically a toss-up for Tet. Need good positioning. Nice. That's what I want to see from Tet, man. I want to see a lot more of that. Why is this a highlight? What happened here? Oh, he just got stuffed. Oh, this one was the play. It's only a 3-man rush, and the rookie let him go. The rookie, who's that? Nwosu. He's like, all right, you ain't getting him again. That was your one chance. Oh, that was nice. Beautiful. I almost feel like I should record that somehow. Let me get a better replay here so I can. Just in case I want to go to it at some point. Sacked for 99 yards. Alright, this is the one he got sacked on. I think it's just, yeah, it was just a well-timed blitz, and he could have dumped it had he seen him. Probably noticed him, sensed it too late. Should have still dumped it off, though. Who was that? Oh, that's the rookie, Riley something. Riley Williams? Should have dumped it off to him, man. I think it was the 4th quarter. Yeah, we need to see that sack. We saw that one. This is the one, I think. Look at that, bro. Look at that. What's these little flashy thingies on their feet? Yeah. Yeah, Scorton just said, I'm fucking done with this game. Get down. Get down. Nice. Is this the one, the Mike Green one? Yeah. Look at that quickness, man. Oh, I think it's gonna be nice having him as a backup, bro. Okay, who was this on? Oh, yeah, so this was, okay. Basically, I don't know what's going on there. Basically, a horn just risked it too much, man. All right. Okay. This is gonna suck, man. If Cam's out for a while. We just traded Chuba for him and some additional 6, 7 round picks. I wanted the picks, but I figured why not 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh, he's not. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because I just want to see him play, dude, in a Panthers helmet. I think he's going to be fun. I want to see someone just have some fuckers bounce off him. That's what I. All right. I kind of forgot to go over the big cuts, so I'll do that here. I'll do that here. So I didn't get any trade offers for Bobby Brown III, so I cut him. Trayvon Merrig, no trade offers, so he got cut. Sure, we could have had him. We could have kept him, but I want to like inject some youth and excitement into this team, and they both weren't really living up to their salaries. So let's see how much salary cap we have. So yeah, 84.8. That's right now. So this gives us an option that should, maybe we resign Bryce Young, have him play his backup or something. I don't know. Maybe sign him for like a 3-year contract to be Arch Manning's backup. So should there be an injury, we have a capable guy, more than capable guy, and don't need to trade him. Like to see him get playtime somewhere though, but that's why I make these decisions, man. That's why I make the big bucks. So next year, or what's this year? So yeah, he's making the most because he's on his 5th-year option. Then Moton, Orton, Derek Brown. Oh, because of the restructuring. Yeah, next year they're going to hit us, man. So I don't know if we're going to have a lot of cap room. We did some restructuring that was kind of like, I regret that, I'm sad that they forced us to do it. It was a league thing. I thought I excluded the Panthers, but I'm going to have to see how it's looking for next year. So saves us some money this year, but and I guess it's all the same because whatever we save this year, we roll over to next year. So yeah, I don't think it really hurts us. We do have 30.2 in cap penalty though. That's because of the guys have cut. So yeah, Damian Lewis got traded to. I'll show you real quick. Who else was there? Bobby Brown cut, Merrick cut. Okay, Chuba Hubbard got traded for. We talked about that. Damian Lewis was the only one I got an offer for. And the Rams was one of the offers. I can't remember what player they wanted to throw at us. Let me see if I can remember here. I don't know, but basically we got their 3rd round pick next year. 3rd and 7th, I should say. 3rd and 7th round pick. I don't remember what they offered. But if you go look, Mac Jones is starting. Zach Wilson's backing him up. And they have like this guy at left tackle. Oh, they must have signed the Sevilla guy. Yeah, he wasn't on the roster when we traded. Neither was he. So they signed some guys after this guy was. This guy got injured. Okay. Well, they were looking really hesitant. I promise you, this guy was not on the roster when we traded. It was looking very dire. And I don't think he was on the roster either, but I could be wrong with this guy, but I know the left guard wasn't. Yeah, they must have signed some dudes. Whatever. I I try to get him someplace where he can get some reps. All right. Hopefully, no one else from our practice squad gets stolen. Good first week, man. Kept the Bucks out of the end zone, 21-3. Now we go to Texas to face them. I guess we can go over the schedule here. So, let's see how many. We have one Sunday night game, a Monday night game, Sunday night, Monday night back to back, another late bye week, which is I'm cool with, and then the last to end the season will be Sunday night. That actually will help. That might help because if we know we're the seeds by then we may not need to play starters. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but all right. Let's see how. So I've got the Rams third round pick. I think that's it. How'd they do? Where are they at? Where are the Rams? Oh crap! I always struggle. Oh, there they are. Okay, they lost. I mean, with Mac Jones as a quarterback, I don't really blame them. First game, Scorton with 3 sacks. And look at Nussmeier, 426 yards. I wish we could see that. I may need to up the timer a little bit with this slow sim. Get more realistic yards. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. All right. Yeah, I think that'll cover it. It'd be nice to get I don't know what the hell happened to Cam Scatabo. Just out for the game. But all right, that'll do it for this one. I can't think of anything else right now. I'm sure I'm forgetting shit. Man, we didn't even get weekly awards. Scored and had 3 fucking sacks. All right, that'll do it. Till next time.